For me, again, curiosity, I've always been curious.
Trial and error?
That's every day. That's
Yeah,
every day.
with
But
all
as
of
a
us.
child, I think some people are born, they come into this life with a curiosity. I for sure came in with a curiosity that was definitely, some of it was definitely a lot different than most people. Because I questioned death. Well, most people don't question death, not
Right,
in the manner in which I have. I've questioned that. So over the years, over time, in the early 90s, I'd say around 92, after going through a divorce, I think that was my moment of saying, I need to understand more about this game called life. What is this thing that I'm involved in, and who is me? Who is I? You know, what am I referring to? So there was a lot of questions that came up for me, and on my own, I set out to discover this. And as you know, I didn't know how to meditate, so I started from scratch. There were no workshops. I didn't know anything about anything, metaphysics,
Sure.
nothing, quantum physics, absolutely nothing. So I started from scratch in my own quest and stayed very committed to this discovery as I unlocked myself and as I realized I could access these different levels of information. That's what started to happen. And it was like a child in a candy store. And I started to go deeper and deeper into it.
And you evolved.
And I continue to do that. And so that's how I go back to the idea of time and what that really means for us and the body. And it goes back to my very earlier question as a child. Well, if I question the idea of death, it would mean that I'd have to eventually question the idea of time. So gradually, all these pieces started to just show up for me. And I started to get a better picture as to what we didn't understand, and also the fact that maybe we are all living under a program, a birth to death program, that's simply just that, a birth to death program. Is there something outside of that, beyond that? And that's what I started to question. I started to see that, you're living under the ceiling of commonality, of common acceptance, common protocols of what reality can be and cannot be. And I think that's really important for us to recognize, that we are living according to what we're told is acceptable to process and what is not. So then everybody conforms to these ideas about what reality can be and cannot be. Even in our expansiveness, sometimes we are still locked in this system, this construct of limitations.
Precisely.
That's what I discovered. And so I have done everything to continue to move beyond that. Not good or bad, better or worse. That's what I discovered. But where you are, when you understand what you understand, that's where you are. It's not good or bad, but can you continue to build on that awareness without limiting yourself to what's comfortable? And I decided I didn't want to be comfortable with my understanding. I needed to hack the bigger construct. So here I am.